Okay. This is the Lomachenko versus Lopez post-fight show. So here we are, Lomachenko versus Lopez post-fight show on BWTM Sports. So there's a new king in town. His name is Teofimo Lopez. Do I agree with the decision? No, I don't. I didn't think Lopez won the first 6 rounds. I believe that Lomachenko won one of the first 6 rounds. And then the last 5 rounds, as far as I was concerned, he was just getting beat up. He was getting hit with punches cleanly and no reply, no response. He hit with 2-3 punch combinations, getting hit with a right jab, getting hit with the straight left, round after round after round after round. Yeah, Tifo was throwing good body shots given, but for the most part, the cleaner work was from Lomachenko. The eye-catching punches was from Lomachenko. Lopez's head kept being rocked back all the time. And I can't score that fight. The last 5 rounds, Lopez was getting his head rocked all over the place. He's getting beat up in there. He had no response. And as I said before, take away the punching power of Lopez, he's just an average fighter. In fact, I would go on to say, in terms of levels, I would say that he's pretty one-dimensional. There was no second or third gear. Once you take the punching power away, he's a pretty average boxer who lacks defensive responsibility and is easy to be countered. You understand? So, congratulations to Lopez to be champion. And this is not sour grapes there, because when a man gets beat, a man gets beat. And I'm not going to tell you I was the greatest fan of Lomachenko, but fair is fair. I did not think Lopez did enough to get the belt. I just didn't. I didn't see it. Some people added 7-1 up. I didn't see that. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not sure where this unanimous decision got done. Lomachenko got done dirty. Quite possibly. A rematch. Possibly. That's why they didn't charge for the first fight. And that's why the second fight would be a pay-per-view fight instead. That's probably what they were thinking of doing. Bob Aron's the master, stuff like that. He did it with Pacquiao and Tim Bradley. He's done it with Jeff Horn and Manny Pacquiao. So, hey, it's possible. It's very possible. So he said he don't like rematches. Maybe he had this rematch up in the air. He was thinking about it anyway. That's why he said he didn't like rematches, so people wouldn't sniff at a point to think that, Aaron would go about getting a rematch with Lomachenko and Lopez. I don't think the fight deserves a rematch. I think Lomachenko started a bit too slow. Because if you score it close to Lopez, then fair enough. But those judges were clearly watching a different fight. I could score it a draw because, like I said, Lopez won the early rounds, but in those early rounds, Lomachenko won one of those early rounds. So if you take one of the early rounds and then the last 5 rounds to Lomachenko, and he wins 1 round, that's 6 rounds. So that's 6-6. That's a draw. So I don't know where Lopez gets, So okay. Lopez won the 12 for sure. Did he? Did he really? He didn't look like he won the 12 to me. It's just me saying that. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about Lopez. I agree. Andre Ward scored a draw too. Yeah, this is what you're looking at. I'm looking at a guy in the last 6 rounds or the last 5 rounds getting beat up. Lopez was getting beat up. He was getting walked back. He was getting backed up by a much smaller guy, right? He was getting backed up by Lomachenko. He's getting pushed back by Lomachenko. Come on. Lomachenko was walking through Lopez's punches. Walking through. I guess there's more upside for ESPN with Lopez as the champion. Yeah, well, they can do more with him, innit? He's American, and he's from New York, and He speaks well, and he'll sell more than Lomachenko. Lomachenko still English ain't speaking. He still don't speak great English. He probably got fed up with him. So you know what? It's time to move on with Lopez. So that's what it's about. Probably got fed up with Lomachenko. So that's what happens. New guy comes on. It's now to move on. So some people say Lomachenko's been exposed. Did COVID have something to do with it? Possibly. An older guy like Lomachenko, been out of the ring for a while, took a bit of time to get himself started. Might not fit a younger fight the same way. I don't know. Tolly looks fuming. He's being interviewed now. Well, yeah. Well, interesting what he says, but I think the fight's a draw personally. No way was that a unanimous point decision. Absolutely no way. Bogus as bogus can be. He had Lomo going, but a delay with the cut. Lopez did just enough, but wouldn't play a draw. Oh, Lopez did. Loma had Lopez going. I don't know about Lopez. Loma had Lopez going. That's what I thought. Rematch. I wouldn't rule Loma out just yet. Well, I wouldn't either. Maybe it makes for a great fight, a trilogy possibly. But I am not. I can't look at Lopez and say, yeah, you beat the man tonight, because you get hit rocked back for 5 rounds. The last 5 rounds, your head's just going back and forth like a ping pong, like it's going ragdoll, back, head forward, head to the side. His head was doing head aerobics for the last 5 rounds. He was doing proper head aerobics, or head bonics. That's what he was doing, Lopez. Left head, turn your head to left, turn your head to right, turn your head up, turn your head down, turn your head to the side, turn your head to the other side, turn your head up. That's all that's happening. How can you tell me that's an undisputed champion? Really? That's an undisputed champion? Come on. Whoever Mr. Haney is, I'll be saying run after Lopez, because you can counter this guy to death. You can counter this guy. He only fights in one gear. And when you start putting on, when you start to put things on Lopez, yeah, you don't like it. And that goes back to that thing that happened with him when he was younger, sparring with Tank Davis. When you start to put it on people like Lopez, they don't like it. And he didn't like it when Lomachenko started putting it on him. Started panicking, grabbing, holding, punching low. Nah, man. This guy won't last. He won't last, Teofimo Lopez. He won't last. Flash in the pan. I'm telling you now. This guy's not gonna last. I don't think he's got the character to last. Honestly, I don't. I don't think he's got the mental fortitude to last. Yeah, he might be undisputed champion today, and congratulations. And you may think that I'm sounding like I got sour grapes. It's not sour grapes. It's just that I just don't like to see a man get done wrong. Do you understand? I'm not a massive Lomachenko fan, right? I appreciate what he does and what he brings to boxing, but that, not for me. Guys, salute, fam. You up rather late, yeah? Nah, well, I'm normally up at 1 o'clock in the morning anyway. I've got an American client that, yeah. Daytime robbery. Yeah, Lopez had the first couple of rounds and faded mid-session. Yep. Should be Loma win. Well, Naz, it could be a Loma win or it could be a draw. I'd have been happy with a draw. I'd have taken a draw. I'd have been quite happy with a draw. Keep your belts. We'll see you again in 3 months or 4 months' time or 6 months' time. I'd have taken that. But this is a nonsense. Sorry. Somebody said in the chat to me tonight, oh yeah, Lopez is from New York. They'll rob him tonight. When we've got that sort of skepticism coming in and pessimism coming into the sport of boxing, and it actually happens like that, it's not great. Lopez won that. Scorecards were poor, but I thought Lopez won it. Loma ran out of ideas. You're right, draw would have been a right call. Yeah, of course it would have been a right call. I don't know where people are saying Lopez won the fight. If Lopez didn't win the last 5 rounds, he didn't win the last 5 rounds, and he certainly didn't win all the first 6 rounds. So if you give Lomachenko 6 rounds, the 6 rounds is a draw. So I don't know where people are getting this Lopez edged it. If you don't like Lomachenko, of course he edged it. But if you're going by basic boxing scoring, 5 rounds Lopez did not win. Clearly, he was clearly outboxed for 5 rounds and getting beaten up. And 1 round, Lomachenko won early on in the first 6. So he didn't win the first 6 hands down because they scored it 7-1 at one point. So there was a round that Lomachenko won early. No angles, low punch output, intensity from Loma at times. Well, no angles, but in the angle, he did show angles in the fight. I disagree with you. He did show angles in the fight. There were angles he showed where he missed, made Lopez miss, made him pay, slipped the jab quite a few times. He gave angles. If he didn't give angles, he would have got nailed with big shots. That's why Lopez wasn't able to land the big shots that you've seen him do in previous fights, because of the angles. So I would disagree with you about no angles. There was plenty of angles in the fight tonight. So I disagree with that comment. Totally disagree with that. So he might have done what he was doing against lesser opposition, against smaller guys, but you try doing some of that nonsense against bigger guys, it's dangerous. You can't do that against bigger guys just like that. Especially with a guy you're fighting with explosive puncher and you trying to do that stuff. No. It's chancy. Loma used high guard as defense rather than angles. It looked lackluster. It wasn't a classic Lomachenko performance. I think Lomachenko spent the first half getting the rust off. Agree. Yo, buddy, your body lost. My body. Why is he my body? That 109, 108, 109, 119 is a joke. Of course it's a joke. Absolute joke. So, yeah. My body lost. Obviously a casual on this channel. Takeover time. Well, if you consider a takeover getting beat up in the last 5 rounds, a takeover. Loma looked old in there tonight. Yeah, it could have been. Could have been. Like I did say in the preview, whether it's an old man or whether it's an old man in there, and with all those amateur fights, it does catch up after a while. In the first 5 rounds, there was clearly no punches landed from Lopez. That was true to say. There wasn't many big punches landed by Lopez in the first 5 rounds. So that's why I say that Lomachenko won one of the first 5. I think we'd get a split decision or draw. Yeah, most sensible people are saying that. Why did Loma establish a jab earlier? I think he didn't want to commit with the jab. To me, it didn't seem like he wanted to commit. He was scared of getting countered early with big power shots. Loma, Tank versus Lomachenko. What about Tank versus Lopez? That's a good fight. That'd be a good fight. I'd like to see Tank versus Lopez. I'd like to see Devin Haney versus Lopez. Ate the punches of a champion, really champ, but bit down on the mouthpiece and went 12 rounds. Yeah, he took punches. He took too many punches. Sorry, not for me. I've never seen a scared Lomachenko. Pacquiao was 40, so Loma ain't that old age-wise, but to be fair, I didn't see Loma I know. Well, it could be various things. It could be ring rust. He hasn't boxed for a long while. Lopez may have got to Lomachenko. Lopez has no respect for him, it's true. David Haney too big for Lopez, really? You think so? They're going to run this fight back. Yeah, of course they are. He didn't do enough to take the belts home. Best to draw, that's what I think. Loma too small for 135. GG's to both legends. Yeah, I think that's about it, really. How much more can we say to add? I don't think the fight should have been Lopez's. I don't think he deserved that. Definitely didn't deserve it. Not for undisputed. No way. To turn over a quick buck, yeah, but no way is I see Lopez as undisputed. Not in that sort of performance. No. Do you know what I mean? It was, it wasn't the performance that, like I said, true. David Haley, too big and too fast for Tifo. Oh, agreed. 909, 19, 109 was shocking card. I had it. 160, 112, Lomachenko. Okay. 14 months absence from boxing, Lomachenko. Yeah, there you go. This is crazy. 160, 112. Hold your horses. Lopez is good, but don't through legendary status so quickly. No, I'm not. Definitely not. Theo boxed well. He boxed okay. 119, 109. Well, yeah, I heard that the fight with Mr. Ritson against Vasquez was terrible as well. No matter. What's this here? No matter by inch or by mile, a win is a win. Vin Diesel, yeah, that's true. Lopez is champion, son. Admit it. Face facts now. What facts? I'm not a Lomachenko fan, so please don't come in here with that sort of I'm a Lomachenko fan. Please have a bit more respect for the channel. An obvious bias against Lomachenko in that fight, quite possibly. First 6 rounds were memorable, but it was the last 6 Lomas and the last was Lopez's. Okay. Lopez is up and coming and will surpass all this Loma hype train. Yeah, I understand that. I was one of the people that said that Lomachenko was far too hyped up. So I'm there. I'm in probably that world rather than being a fan of Lomachenko. Hate to say it, Lopez team were right. Lomo can't fight backwards. Okay. Do you think Lomo will win the rematch? No. I think he had his best chance then. I think Lopez will be better. I think Lopez will know what he can do and what he can't do. So, yeah. Balanga, impressive again as well tonight. Another quick win. Shout out to Balanga. We've interviewed him a couple of times on the channel already. So, yeah, shout out to him. Lounge is biased, yes. Judges may have been swayed, but Lopez did win, though. Okay. Yeah, close. Andre Ward had a draw. Close fight. I think Loma could win the rematch, but I think Loma is just too small for 135, possibly. Draw at best. Loma landed more cleaner and crisper shots, but Loma still looks too small to be cared compared to Lopez. Yeah, but think about this. You say it was too small. Did you not back Lopez up? Did he not back Lopez up in that fight? He did. So he was big enough to back Lopez up. He's big enough to make Lopez go backwards. So there's a chance if Lomachenko starts earlier, puts pressure on Lopez. I don't think Lopez likes pressure. So that's the way I would fight him. I think Loma could win the second fight as long as he doesn't start off slow. I think Lomachenko can win the fight as long as he puts pressure on Lopez early. He can go full stoppage. New king on the throne, Lopez, regardless. I hate to say that. Well, man's done what he's done tonight. Give him credit for it, but I don't know. This doesn't do boxing any favors. I'm out of here. Thank you so much for watching. Check out our interview with James Ali Bashir. Check out our interview with Chris Bird. Check out our interview with Balanga. He's going to be delighted to know that Lopez won. You told anybody you could that Lopez would do it. Congratulations to you, former Lopez, the new undisputed lightweight champion of the world. Good night. I heard about the Ritson fight, by the way, and it's typical matchroom stuff.